Hey guys, Corey here from Sky's the Limit Car Care, and today we've got a really cool update for you about DQUARTZ GO and GForce. I have absolutely gone out of my way to destroy these coatings, and I will be absolutely shocked if I have not done so. This car has not been washed in, I think, 8 months, certainly 6. It's been a long time. It's been maybe all year. So we're gonna go ahead and hit it with the water. I expect to see a dead coating. After that, we're gonna wash it with Reset, and hopefully that'll bring it back to life a little bit. And if it doesn't, then we're gonna go through the steps today on what you would do if you were in the same situation. Are you kidding me? It's so I mean,
is that the PPF or is that the coating?
That has PPF on it, that door, but that is not it, because you can tell where we put different things.
Yeah.
It's doing better right here.
Wait, that's still, it's not even clean.
We have to go back and look at the video, but I want to say that's all DQUARTZ GO right there, and maybe that's where we stopped it.
Maybe.
Yeah. So DQUARTZ GO, I want to say this is 2 coats of DQUARTZ and then 1 coat of DQUARTZ. And then we've got over here DQUARTZ with SIC on it, DQUARTZ with Gliss on it. I can't remember which one's which, but SIC here. So DQUARTZ SIC here. It's mind-blowing that we haven't even washed it with soap. This is, God, I gotta go look at how long it's been, but I mean, it's close to, we applied it a year ago, or nearly a year ago, and it hasn't been washed except for maybe once or twice since then, which was at the beginning of this year. Let's take a look at the GForce. So let's see how GForce is doing when it's still covered in filth for 8 months. Wow. Again, DQUARTZ GForce, haven't washed it with soap yet, hasn't been washed in, I don't know, 6 or 8 months, all year, applied a year ago, and we still have some beating. Obviously we can see some water spotting, but I'm thinking that's gonna clean up really well with some of the products like D-Scale, Spotless, and I mean, we haven't even hit it with Reset yet. This is just dirty. And this is my daily driver outside 24/7. Sorry, not 24/7, all day, every day. I take it to work every day. It does sit in the garage at night, but I mean, it got rained on every day, probably once a day throughout the summer. It's Florida, you know, so sun, rain, insanity. All right, so we just got to washing the car. So far, we just rinsed it all off. We washed some areas up front, but those aren't the areas where we're testing on. So we're just about to start putting some soap on this area. Obviously, it's been 8 months, whatever it's been since we washed it, forever. Clearly, the coating is still holding up. We were pretty surprised by how well it's holding up, given the fact that it's driven outside 7 days a week. It's Florida sun, Florida rain. Sometimes it rains more than once a day. Sometimes it rains 2-3 times a day during the summer. So we've got a lot of different elements. We also parked the car right here. If I was to pan over with the camera, we've got a concrete plant right behind us, or whatever they're grinding up there. So we have that stuff laying on our cars constantly. Still, the coatings held up really well. So both DQUARTZ and DQUARTZ GForce, from what we can tell so far, they've held up well. Obviously, there's some little water spotting and stuff like that, but we think all that will be very topical and come right off without having to do anything aggressive. We're gonna go ahead and start with least aggressive method first. We're gonna hit it with Reset, and then if that doesn't clear everything up, then we can come back with Spotless. If Iron X, I mean, it hasn't been washing so long, honestly, it should get Iron X, but we might not even need to do that just to show you how well it's working. So we'll go ahead and move on from there. So from here over was where we put DQUARTZ GO previously. From there down, and you can see the coating is All I did was wash it with Reset, and from there alone, the beading looks like it's come back full force from where I believe we applied it right along that door handle over. Right there you can see a tiny little water spot. Right there when you get it wet. There's just a little bit, but almost all of it came off with just Reset. Only when it's wet you can see those. And to my eye, I think those will come off easily with Descale or Spotless. All right, so I've probably said it 20 times today since we've been doing this video, but my mind is blown. I've never seen a coating hold up that well, or even close to that well. Within 3 months of the kind of abuse that I gave this thing, most coatings would not be beading again. Even if I threw a lot of stuff at them, they wouldn't come back to the level this has. I mean, it looks, it's mind-blowing. You guys can see for yourself, but yeah. There's a few little spots where I can see the water spots we didn't get completely out, but you can't see them when it's dry. It's very, very faint. It's only when it's wet. Both the GForce probably took a little bit of a hit, but it's still phenomenal. Like, I would not polish this and reapply it. I would say I'd keep going and try to do a better job of maintaining it moving forward. But other than that, it's working great. I'm going to go ahead and go through the steps with you, what to do if you have a coating that's not as strong as DQuartz Go or DQuartz GForce on your car and it doesn't get maintained as well, because that's what we were thinking we were going to be showing you today, but it's just not necessary. They've held up incredibly well. We don't need to go through all those steps, but this is what you would do. So let's say that you didn't maintain it properly and your coating it was not beading, was not coming back after just washing with Reset. The next step you would do is, like we did, go ahead and get it with Descale. That's especially if you are near an area with, let's say, limestone, or you have some type of minerals, heavy minerals in your water and your sprinklers were hitting it. Then that's going to be the type of thing you go to next. If you're in an area where you're maybe near the train tracks and your biggest enemy is not minerals, but it's iron, rail dust coming off that train track, and that's what's stopping the beading, it's sticking into the paint, and you need to dissolve that, then you'd hit it with Iron X. If, basically you just want to analyze what's the most likely situation and try to get rid of those things first and then see where you're at. So, CARPRO Reset, least aggressive. Then you go to Descale for minerals, Iron X to get rid of the iron contaminants. After you've done all those things, if it's still not beading, and if you're not going to polish it and recoat it, if you just want to get the beading back for your coating, then you would come back through with Hydro Light or Hydro Foam. Either one of those spray sealants, you could just easily apply to the whole car, and that's going to bring your beading back until such time as you want to polish it again and recoat or what have you. I think that pretty much covers everything. If you guys haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe and be sure to hit the subscription bell or notifications bell. As always, we love doing these videos. We hope you enjoyed this one. It certainly blew my mind. Love to hear from you guys in the comments. And if you are interested in purchasing DQuartz Go or DQuartz GForce or any of the products that we sell, please visit us at carpro-us.com. We really appreciate your business. That's how we all feed our families, and that's how we get to keep going and be a part of this great community. So thank you so much for everything. Have a great day.